So the trial begins, and this is my review of season 1, episode 5 of Suits LA. I think this is where we have gotten into the nitty gritty. The trial has started, so we are going to get more of the law stuff now, combined with, all the emotional melodrama, soap opera stuff that is going on. I really liked the opening, was really funny. This neighbor really had a wet dream of his ex girlfriend and the person that he's interested in now. Like, like you need to watch this scene by yourself. I'm not gonna describe it. It's very funny. It just feels like it's too much of Harvey though. His whole character, his whole like jokes and everything. I still like can't get like Ted Black is not something that I think people will remember that much. Like they have the dynamic with the ex-girlfriend and all that, but that is like similar to what he had with Scotty. Not with Scotty, but essentially like it is like he has a problem with his ex. It's like I don't think Ted Black is something that people are gonna remember. They're gonna remember as a discount Harvey. The thing is, they're trying to have the absence of a Mike like character be solved with putting parts of his personalities into different people. Like the black guy that is there, who I think is, I don't know what his name is. He has been given the job of kind of being funny with his personal life as well. Like he already knows what kind of dreams Harvey is having. Was it the apple orchard again? Was it the music, the jokes that they had? They were like, I think I only liked the thing that happened with his wet dream that he had. But aside from that, all jokes were like too like Suits original. Like they had no, you can say, originality to them. Overall, this episode essentially was, first they also tried to connect with the wrongdoings that caused him harm in 10 years ago to his present timeline as well. As what he called the guy, he, and one thing that has that these New York guys eat pizzas like that, like they fold the pizza and they eat that. Like how Ted wanted to propose to Samantha, and how when the black guy, when he had dinner with Samantha, like it was also like they, Samantha also wanted that Ted should propose to her as much as, but he can take time as much as long as he wants. But then he got a call, and that call essentially was Cameron was the guy who impersonated the the guy who got killed, Bill Esposito, and he got killed by Pellegrini. And I think that probably becomes like the camel that the straw that broke the camel's back, because Ted went against, you know, he essentially like broke the law in doing that, like got an innocent person involved and inadvertently got him killed. Same as what was happening in the current timeline, that a whole scene happened that the day that they were supposed to like start the trial, the second day, when after the opening statements, and in those opening statements the prosecutor was, first of all I was like, prosecutor is like that, why are you calling out Ted that he sells lies? You are a lawyer as well. You're just on the prosecutor side. One thing is they have hired the right actress to do the prosecutor role, because she is like, she looks like the person that will like turn into like a Nagin at night, do like the green eyes, kill you in your sleep. She's like one of those like who decides every week, like this day we are gonna have sex for 30 minutes. This is the position that we are gonna have sex in. This whole calendar mapped out and everything. I think this episode like clearly like opened like all the mysteries that were there, like what happened essentially with people out there, because we get to know about the case that Dante Everson case, where it was essentially the same reporter who leaked the divorce proceedings, the affidavits, was the same guy who leaked the story about Dante Everson in collusion with the prosecutor, who broke the law as well, who gave him information to do that. But the thing is, she played a card well, that she said that the jury has already read the article, so if it is legal or not illegal, it doesn't really matter. And the judge was like, yeah, like I get the frustration, but legally I cannot do anything. And that was the thing. And also that, but essentially it was him hiding Lester because he wanted to get more prep time for the trial, which was essentially, it felt like, oh, a very big crime to do for a very less thing. Like maybe you had gotten a day. Like what did you really achieve in that day? Nothing. What she essentially did, the prosecutor, because of the evidence that she had, because of the divorce proceedings, she essentially killed whatever statements that the wife could have given in favor of Lester. Like because it looked really bad. Even when we like watch like the previous episode, like she broke the prenup, like he broke the prenup, gave her like a role in his, you know, future movie, gave her a lot of stuff. So it's like it's front of the jury, they're not gonna take that seriously. So she essentially killed that for them. The thing is, he was angry, Ted, because he wanted to find out who leaked that. But then he went to Stewart and he was angry that he accused Stewart of, doing that. Like he essentially said that you would do that because, that yeah, to get at me and everything. And Stewart was angry, rightfully so. But then, and in his response, he essentially like exposed Ted that he is not looking at the real picture. Like the only thing that they really had to save Lester was arguing self-defense, but he didn't do it because he couldn't see that Lester was dying, and he killed him. And this will be, important for later on. And he also, hit the punch that, your old girlfriend, because your old girlfriend cut you out from the firm, which, Samantha heard. He punched him, Ted, and he went away. You also had like the secondary story going on, like two secondary stories. Like first secondary story was, Erica's assistant. Like she wanted to move because she thought that Ted could win the trial, but like Ted's assistant was like, I caught you and everything. They had the little funny also that, you didn't have the name, but it was Portuguese, you don't speak Portuguese and all that. And then she started, rowing, essentially doing more work in the firm. My problem with that is not related to the show, but I'm like, why do these firms demand like loyalty? These are emotional aspects. If the firm gives me loyalty, I will give them loyalty. Like, I am supposed to be the person that is just going to lay, like, that's just supposed to go through pay cuts and everything. But then I don't get a reward. That when the time comes and you have to like cut the slack, cut the fat, you cut me out because it's a business decision. So why can't I make a business decision? Loyalty goes both ways. But then, it was essentially and the second story was Erica's and Rick's relations, where Rick wanted to talk to her about what happened with Stewart and Ted. Erica also got help from Rick because because what Lester said to them, the black guy and Ted Black, he essentially said the same statement to the police. And normal people don't work like that, because normal people, like, they give the statement to police, they give it in a precise way, because first they give it in a way that they don't that those things cannot get used against them, and also that they give it in an official way. When you talk to your lawyer, like, you don't talk like in exact lines, like you give your opinion in a more free way, in a more like scared way also. So they wanted to check it with Rick. They didn't want to tell Ted, because if Ted had come to know of this, he would just go crazy. And Rick had represented him in the past, so she then went to him, and he got that because that was the script that he had used like 20 times before. And she gave that information to him, and at the end of the episode, the black guy confronted him, and he admitted that he did kill his partner. I think now probably going forward is that things are going to unravel. Like Ted is probably going to know this, and they're probably going to know why he killed him. like what was the reason he killed him. And I think this stretch of like the last 5 episodes is going to be like really important for this show. Like they have to land every episode, the courtroom drama as well as whatever is going on, because first also that Samantha is out of the picture because she didn't like the way that Ted hid the truth from him, like lied that Lester was in front of a physician and that she didn't want to become another version of the prosecutor. So she's out as well. This is really important for the show. Like I liked this episode. It was not anything that will make me go like, hey, like what an episode. But it was really anything that will make me go like it was a bad episode. Apart from like the very like copying of like Suits jokes and everything, because the thing is, this is like these types of things, the things that happen in code, then suddenly this happens, they bring up this legal point, or something emotionally happens with all the characters involved. This is what this is what actually people like keeps people intrigued in the show. Like this combination is exactly what Suits sells to people. Like you get a combination of both of these aspects, and that's what keeps you glued on the TV or on the network, Geo Hotstar, or wherever you watch. The thing is, we also got like how their relationship has changed, because the thing is, the night that he was supposed to propose to her, he got to know that Cameron was killed. And then also like you see what their relationship essentially is. Like they can still give each other like tradition gifts, like both sent bagels towards each other because the trial was starting, and people didn't know who sent it, but both of them knew. And they had like a call at the end of the night where he apologized that he shouldn't have said and all that. And it also looked like Samantha was also like in whatever his girlfriend was. I think Samantha, I think Amanda is the one who is the second chair. So Samantha, the ex-girlfriend, was like, she said to Stuart like, be the bigger man, don't bring up that I was his old girlfriend, that I don't feel that. Like when Stuart asked her like, do you feel bad that we cut him out, she said that I feel bad that you both put me into that position. And you can see that she does feel bad, that she understands why Ted thinks that they betrayed him, because they did. And he was all right to get angry. He was not right to say those things, but he was right to get angry. The thing is, we also see like the where their relationship have has come. Like both of them were like so in love, which they like showed in like 10 years ago. Like the way that both of them were talking about each other to the black guy, like they were so in love, like so fairy tale land and everything. And in the current timeline, you see like there is like little aspects of that fun left, like, yeah, you send me that. But like him saying that thank you for this, thank you for that, bye, like that was straight to the point. Like both of them were like, okay, like we are gonna talk to the point. like like as Ted said like bye, he didn't wait for like a second, like 2 seconds, cut the phone. That shows like how much their relationship has gone cold. Like there's still like tradition and all that, there's still little aspects left, but it shows from a fairy tale to like being serious, folks, how far it has come, and how far Samantha has changed. And Ted also, he's kind of like the same guy, but when he talks to her, you can see that type of that officialness that he has, the cold demeanor, the stature that this has. I'll say that this episode really like threw parallels between how Ted's tendency to do anything because just because he thinks he's on the right side, like costs him his relationships, cause wrongs happening to other people as well. And also we are seeing about how Erica and Rick, like they've had a relationship before. Like Erica essentially confessed that she couldn't work with him the same way anymore, because essentially Ted wanted both of them to have a competition essentially, and she couldn't compete because she knew that this may like like may result in scorched earth between them. And I think we are gonna get like a love angle between them also. I think probably like real lawyers in like corporate offices must have been like, man, why are you like making this, like everyone is like fucking in love with each other, has fucked each other, everything. They're like, we only do affairs on our wives, we just don't go around openly dating our colleagues. So I would say this was actually like, if you're into like the nitty gritty stuff, like what the original Suits kind of offered, like this is the episode where you can say that yeah, like we are finally into the show. That I can say. Like they did good things, but it's just that I think more things are opening up now. What you can say that the mystery is going. Like I think many things have opened up now. We have got to know like a lot about a lot of things. So in that aspect, maybe the show may not be interesting, but they have gotten into the meat and potatoes of the show, which is like the legal trials, the way that they go about a case, combined with the relationships between the characters out there. So that is good. So I would give it this like a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5 episode. So, or 3.25. So that was my review. What did you think about the episode? What did you think about my review? Like write in the comment section below. If you like this type of content, like, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts links, which are my Twitter/X account link and my Instagram account link, is in the description, so go follow me on that. My UPI ID, which is shabboy@okicici, is in the description also, so go donate any amount of money which you can, which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for right now. Today is DC versus LSG, so I'll do a review for that match after that match finishes. So thank you, goodbye. So that was it for me for right now. So thank you, goodbye, alvida.